I am here with country music royalty, legends, just incredible entertainers. Shenandoah, how are you guys?
Man, we're absolutely wonderful, Maddie. Good, buddy.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. I have to say, it is making me emotional seeing, I don't want to call it a resurgence because you've never went away, but there are people in the younger generation who are really taking to your music. There are people my age who have waited decades to hear you perform, Cumberland Road and all of your hits on stage. How does it make you feel to know that your music has transcended generations?
Well, it's something. Well, first off, you never start out a career believing or thinking that this is where you're going to be 40 years later. You just that's not what you think of when you start recording. The only thing you got on your mind at that time is, man, is this song gonna work? Man, I mean, did we pull it off? How's it gonna work at radio? What are we gonna do to try to make this record work? And so therefore you kind of go one record at a time, and before you know it, you get your handful of records, and then before you know it, you get you a few birthdays behind you, and before you know it, you stacked up 40, and it's really kind of nice to look back at the body of work that you had and the achievements that you reached, and only to understand that there was a lot of people that liked what you did. Mm-hmm. In other words, just because we were the ones that recorded it didn't mean we probably wouldn't have liked these tunes either.
Yeah, you never really know what song's going to outlive the other ones. I mean, just because you had a number one song on this song right here, that don't mean it's going to be more popular 20 years down the road than this number two was. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't even compare the popularity of 2 Dozen Roses versus Darn If I Don't, Darn If I Do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was a hit on the charts. But it was no 2 Dozen Roses. It was no Church on Cumberland Road or I Want to Be Loved Like That. Those songs, there's no way really to explain, why one song lives and why people love a song that long versus some other song that might have done well on the charts 30 years ago. But we were lucky and blessed, not just lucky, we were blessed our whole career to pick some really great songs that still follow us around everywhere we go.
And songs say so many things to people. Certain things say certain things to. Look, it's just like somebody would go, I tell you what, I like 2 Dozen Roses, but probably my favorite song is Mama Knows. And the reason why it is because it reminds me of my mama. It's this, it's that, and it's those kind of things that before it's all over with, you can pile like I said a little earlier, a body of work, and when people come to see you, I think the most surprising thing that I hear out front, I still go out and sign after the shows, and probably the one of the most things that I hear is, man, y'all went into one song, I forgot y'all did that. Then y'all went into another, I forgot y'all did that. And y'all did that, I forgot y'all did that. And, and that's really, that's really kind of neat because it kind of lets you know that what you've done through the years has been something of value that people would still want to come see you. Whether you're doing a song that was 34 years old in 2 Dozen Roses, which actually was not our first record. Mama Knows was before that. A couple of tunes that were before that nobody will ever even know.
Road.
Yeah, and nobody will ever even know what they were. But just like our first top 10 record was a tune called She Doesn't Cry Anymore. But it started the fan base, and it started a little bit of a movement, and to recognize it, to really get to the heart of you. I know it seems like we went around our elbow to get to our thumb,
but long answers. I love long answers.
Well, to realize that that can happen to you. I don't know that anybody ever starts out knowing that's you got your hopes and your dreams, and you got your what we'd like to have happen, and would love to be a part of something like that. But the only thing in the world that ever tells the time of that is time itself.
That's awesome. So let's bring that up to today. What are you guys working on? Are you just on the road working on new music? What do you guys got going on?
Well, we just had a #1 record with Luke, Luke Combs, and it was a remake of 2 Dozen Roses.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, what happened was we'd been in the studio recording what I call a hybrid album. Like 5 or 6 of our old hits, and then 5 or 6 new hits. And 2 Dozen Roses was one of the songs that we'd already cut a track on. And we started getting videos, randomly seemed like every 2 or 3, 4 days. Somebody started sending us videos of Luke Combs doing 2 Dozen Roses in his concert. And then we got to talking about it. Back during when COVID was going on, Luke was off the road, and we ended up with his sound guy. He ran sound for us for several months back in those days. And Marty said, what, we should get in touch with Luke. If he's going to be doing it on his show, we should get up with Luke and see if he wants to do a duet with us on this track. We've already got it cut.
Yeah.
So Marty got his number from that sound guy, and you tell him the rest of it.
Well, we started texting back and forth, and then the next thing you know, I said, man, look, I'm just going to call you. I don't text well. And the reason why it is because, if it's going to be an ask, I want to hear their tone. I want to kind of feel the temperature of the water, instead of going, well, I want to hear that instead of going, well, I can't do it. And you read it in a text, well, he says he can't do it. Yeah. But the way that somebody felt about it, well, I don't want it. So I would rather talk to somebody and get the temperature of the water, and that way you understand, kind of the avenue that you maybe want to go at it. And man, the temperature of the water was warm. I mean, it
one could say lukewarm.
Yeah.
Don't cut that out.
Yeah, it was lukewarm, and man, he sang the Flores bill off of it. I'm telling you, man, he done a great job. But you could tell, I could tell when I was talking to him that he really honest and truly wanted. He really wanted to do it, and man, that's.
And I'm sure it meant a lot that you approached him, not the other way around. Hey guys, I'm Luke. I'm doing this in my stadium shows. Let's do something. You, the originators, approached him, and I'm sure that was very meaningful.
Well, to tell you the truth, that probably didn't hurt, but he was gracious enough to muster through the call, and when it was all over with, the only thing that we literally had to do was say, okay, when do you need it? Because we got a new baby at the house, so when are you thinking about doing it? So from that, our manager Cole Johnstone and his management, they got together and they started working on it and trying to figure out when would be the time to do it. And next thing you know, bam, there we have it.
It's funny too. That's not the only artist we get videos, or used to get videos of. Different artists singing our hits that we had. We used to get videos of Luke Bryan and Jason Aldean and Miranda Lambert, singing Sunday in the South.
Yeah,
with us.
Yeah, when the three of them were out.
Yeah, maybe we ought to call them, see if they'll do Sunday in the South with us.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna call them.
That's a good idea.
I might be completely making this up, but didn't Miranda put Sunday in the South on an album?
Yeah, called Just Another Sunday in the South. Yeah, Marty sung on it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Just Another Sunday in the South, and
it's a different song.
Yeah, completely different song.
But it was written about 90s country music.
Yeah, I love that. Well, gentlemen, I hope I get to catch you on the road. Come on up to D.C. area. Virginia is ripe with beautiful venues for country legends like yourself.
That area is gorgeous.
And thank you so much. This was a pleasure.
Hey, thanks, Maddie.
Thank
God bless
you.
Your heart.